The control panel sucks. There's a porch light in the thing, just like this other one. One of the only saunas on the market to where if you're laying on the bench, you're still getting tons of infrared coverage. This pile of these dowels, it makes me want to like beat somebody with them. Just fucking smashing everything.
Well, the people have been wanting to know, what is, out of the 20 plus saunas you've had, what is your least favorite and your most favorite? And I thought it was convenient that you had them right across from each other.
Yeah.
So, talk to me.
All three of these are my least favorite, but if I had to pick one, it would be this one. Now, obviously, we're not comparing the same sizes, but just brands. My most favorite is this.
So, are we going to say names today?
If you want me to. This is a Radiant Health.
I want you to.
This is a Radiant Health E2.5. My favorite sauna because 20 amp, each person on each side gets their own frontal infrared. Heaters hidden in the bench. You wouldn't know it unless you looked at it with a FLIR gun. Heated floor. Calf heaters and leg heaters go all the way to the floor. Heats up really fast, but still huge, right? Like you can, and this is not a great comparison to the brands, because the other brands that I don't like have big saunas like this. But this is one of the saunas that works really, really well, and you can put your feet up. And one of the only saunas on the market to where if you're laying on the bench, because there's heaters in the bench, you're still getting tons of infrared coverage, where in another sauna, once you go to this position here, if there's no frontal infrared and there's nothing else, there's no infrared underneath you, your far infrared coverage is terrible, right? Like you're not getting the same sauna session. So what I like about these so much is that it allows you to have any seating position. The coverage is almost unmatched. It's very similar to those that have, frontal infrared heaters in other positions. And then you could say the exact opposite about any one of these. By far, this is my least favorite, sauna ever. This is a Sauna Ray. I don't make videos on this sauna at all. I don't produce review videos because I really like what the company stands for. They're also a Canadian company. They try to stand for made in USA or made in North America and source materials that are locally available and stuff like that, which I love and stand for. But the sauna just sucks. It is what it is. The heater coverage in here sucks. It's just terrible. And so what happens, if you look at this on a FLIR gun, what happens is the body's actually not receiving enough far infrared energy in the right places in order to give you a really good core sweat in a reasonable amount of time. So you have to sit in this sucker for like an hour, right? And the reason why that is because you have these heaters on a 45 in the front. So you do have some frontal infrared, but they're only from the knees down. So you have zero infrared coverage for your torso from the sides and to the front. Now, you could argue that other saunas have similar issues, but when you have side heaters on the side wall, the heaters project infrared a certain number of inches out away from them. So even if you don't have frontal infrared heaters like I prefer, like in the Radiant Health, you will get some wraparound infrared. You will get some heat transfer from the infrared from the side heaters. And so when you remove all of that, what you get is from here up, we have a cold torso. We have all the organs that aren't hit with any far infrared. That's terrible, terrible, terrible. Like the whole reason to use these things is to help you hit those areas with that coverage. And then kind of the same thing on the back. I'll move out of the way a little bit. But you have the two emitters on each side on a 45, which is great. These are awesome. But you have nothing on the spine, nothing on the sides, nothing here, and nothing here. So your feet are kind of cold. You're really not getting a great sweat. You're not getting enough far infrared energy to really get the benefits of a true infrared sauna session. But if you hadn't used anything else, how would you know any different, right? And so I don't want to make review videos and stuff like that specifically for this company because I admire that they want to have a North American produced sauna. And I would love if other companies would do that. And so while I love, I believe in what they stand for, I just wish the deliverability of the product, and there's a bunch of false advertising, like the EMF in this thing is sky high. It's crazy. And I think this is an older model. They've improved them some, but I think they either paint this mesh themselves or there's some type of off-gassing in here from something. I don't know what it is. It could just be dust that goes through there and gets on the ceramic emitters. I don't know. As a general rule, I love these types of heaters. You just need like twice as many of them in the right places. I want to like it. But you could say the same. It's not just these people either. This is the graveyard room, basically, except for this. The only reason this is in here is because we'd have to tear the walls up to run dedicated circuits. And so this portion already had it, so we can power this in here. Otherwise, this is a graveyard room. But you could say the same thing about this. This is another company. This is a Sauna. Now, not all their models are the same, but they've been marketed by dealers and this, that, and the other over the years, to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. But you take one of these models, and where's your heater coverage? I mean, it's better than the Sauna Ray, but when you use this thing,
there's no front heaters?
No, there's nothing on the sides. There's nothing in the front. There's hardly anything for the feet. There's a little calf heater, but the damn thing's 24 inches away. It's on the back wall, right? And so this sauna is hot in the back, cold in the front. It sucks. Do they have other models where there's heaters in the front and stuff? Kind of like the High-Tech Health, the Sauna Ray, but just more of them, and it works a lot better? Yes. For the price or for the way that these are designed, this is a terrible experience too, right? It looks nice. It's easy to put together. The quality is great. I mean, they're glass. Everything about this thing is built well. The functionality of it. The control panel sucks. There's a porch light in the thing, just like this other one. I broke the shroud, so that's not their fault. But I mean, the control panel is terrible to use. It's like once you go to the max time or the max temperature, you have to cycle all the way back through the thing again. So you're just like sitting there like an idiot. There's no control panel on the outside, and it's on the back wall. So in order to turn it on, you have to like physically, get in here. Pet peeve of mine. This thing, I want to love this. This is built in the USA, has excellent heater coverage. They don't make these anymore because the company was bought out. But this sauna is phenomenal as far as like the design of it and the way that it's supposed to work. You got side heaters, back heaters, front heaters. Everything is cool. A little light on the feet because no floor heater, but your average person cannot put this together. The build quality and the fit and finish of this thing absolutely is terrible. Like, it doesn't just suck. This is like an embarrassment to the sauna industry. I would never endorse something like this. We've never, ever been able to get the door and stuff to work. It's handmade. This is their idea of trim. Trim boards with screw holes through the face. Like, why bother with buckle? Like, who comes up with this, right? It's just cumbersome. It's not great. No one's gonna like this. That's why you don't see me, saying, "Hey, why don't you check this out?" A bonus. Yeah, another one I don't like is this sucker here. Oh yeah, the heat lamp sauna from Sauna Space. Why? Because it's $3,000 to get this with that little tent right there.
It's just heaped up in the corner.
Highway robbery. These are heat lamp bulbs, 4 of them, $10 at Home Depot or Walmart. Yes, they do some manufacturing. They have wonderful sanding and build quality. I'm not kidding. Some of the best in the industry. Their rounded sanded edges are phenomenal. Feel this. Feel it.
Oh, wow. That is really nice.
Nothing better.
All right, that is nice.
And
$3,000 for sanding.
Dude, the quality of this, there's nothing better on the planet. But, I mean, we're talking about some pipe clamps holding on some dowels to a damn wooden frame and some cages. And then you put the dowels together. Now, I will give them credit. It is organic. The tent is a non-toxic material. Every other company that makes these things in the past however many years until this year, there was a couple new ones released, has been a toxic material. So I have to give them credit. Their sanding, their wood quality, their non-toxic tent, amazing. Best in the business. But I think it's $4,000 now. It used to be $3,000 for this. This was $3,000. This pile of these dowels, it makes me want to like beat somebody with them. Just fucking smashing everything. Is it non-toxic and the best sanding you could ever find in your life? Yes. But I mean, I don't know. It's just not it.